begin. Let me just make sure we are live and to go for being live. Good afternoon, good night to some of you guys. It's been a long week. We have a lot to talk about and we have a lot to catch up on. First things first, the shutdown is over with the capital O face. Anyway, we have been through a turbulent government where it's always about revenge politics. Now things have taken a turn for the best. But is it for the best or is it just temporarily the best? Let's find out. I haven't been on here for like a week. I've been working. Somebody has to pay the bills. And more studying because I am a student. Even though you're not a student, you're always learning every single day. You should be learning 3 things a day. If you're only learning 1, try your best to learn 2. If you're learning 3 things, you're on it. If you're learning 4 or 5, great. No more mistakes in your past life, and always good luck on your best life. Now, while the government is open, that means money, and more money to the government. We are through the season of taxes, and right now, people are being refunded. People are going to jail as we speak because they thought the government was going to keep being closed and probation officers weren't going to get paid anymore, that they weren't going to do their jobs. And I have at least 3 friends who were on probation officer paperwork, and they decided to smoke 1 or 2, and they thought one of them is on the run, because of it. I just can't believe they think they can get away with stuff like that, and it's just ridiculous. Anyways, while we see a change in tempo, we see conservatives being the actual venomous snakes throwing poison everywhere and burning through the holes of government, through everything, because of what they despite Trump doing. While we see this government being open and ready to go, ready for business, ready to take care of business, pay people, being a government, it should be open. But if it's not open because it doesn't work, then that would mean the good thing would be for it to be closed. Am I correct? Now, let's think this through. We have branches of government that work and still get paid even through a government shutdown. Unfortunately, the people who work for it at the low levels, the skeletal bones of it, weren't getting paid. Now, there was an outcry. People weren't getting paid, and people's actual, it doesn't matter if they got paid or not. They could find another job and stop fucking putting up talking like if you can't get paid from somewhere. Work construction, turn into a stripper or something. There's jobs out there. Even the government was saying do something, but don't go to loans. Don't be opening loans, nothing like that. Don't ruin your credit on purpose. But just let us ruin it for you because you depend on us. Now, February 1st was Red Day for them because those who are on credit, another thing that I told you that I'm opposed of, did not see this coming, that the government was actually going to stay closed and their crews got shattered. Now, you're not going to see this in news, but all those 800 workers who had credit cards, debit cards, anything based on credit financial institutions, credit unions got a back blow on it. Now in their credit report, that'll show up. Then the higher you are in credit, let's say this is zero, no credit, you haven't worked on it. This is bad credit. This is good credit. The higher you are on credit, and when you fuck up, the more you go down. Now, let's say you're in the middle. This is the very top. This is the middle. Let's say you take a hit in the middle. You'll barely go down. It's that kind of bullshit that I don't believe in, because at any moment this thing can happen. The markets can change. They're ever changing right now. Now, credit works in algorithms. You can't be checking it. You can't be what they call marketing for credit, as in signing up for so many things as to say that you're gonna build your credit like that. I don't believe in that, because of this same optimism how it's built around the credit unions. It's just, I think what I see, it's just, if you have good credit, you have to pay to have good credit. You have to make sure it stays good. So technically, you're working to keep it good and to make a good face, to throw good face out there. It's another thing, bullshit like that. Like, I got $10, but prove it to me that you got them. Okay, so I think you got them here. You don't have to show them to me, but you better not mess up on your credit cards, because anything can happen around there. Okay, anyways, you're gonna see this. We went through a whole series just talking. You're gonna see this in the stock market. You're gonna see this hit. It's gonna be, and you're already seeing it. The credit institution dropped 200 points. People are thinking, oh man, some people are gonna lose their jobs. No, not government jobs. We're talking about jobs out here because of that. Because government is so dependent on these farmers, on UPS, on people like that, and when it's done, and when it's over, when they're not getting paid, what you think it's like nothing, No, that this country is built upon money flow, going around in a circle like an ocean current, going around the country, and if it stops, it's gonna be like Obama trying to put another stimulus package. Just so a stimulus package, like a injection of money into the government, so that and inflation will grow. It's not supposed to be like that. Now we're out. People think Trump caved, this and that. Don't underestimate your enemy, because he might have something out of the hat, putting something, come in. And I was gonna take out my hat and show y'all, but I have these on. He got some moves. The thing about Trump is that he's a great negotiator. He knows how to play chess. Now, people might say that he opened it because this and that. No. He opened it because he was pressured to open it by his own cabinet. It wasn't Pelosi. It wasn't anybody else. While Pelosi did say open the government, open the government, open it up. You're going to say she brainwashed them. She was... You think she's pulling strings and all this other stuff? No, she was just a facilitator. Now, she made the bill, she signed it, everybody backed it, this and that. Yeah, so she was half of that. Trump was the other half. Now, it wouldn't have happened if he didn't get that president's signature, this and that, or we would have gone through a veto, this bullshit. Anyways, it was open, and they're still playing politics over it. I think that Trump did cave, because as so far there's no wall. He said in his own words, I won't open it until there's a government wall. And then what was he saying? Mexico was gonna pay for it, and then he was gonna have Trump tower or whatever, Trump name on the wall, and then all this other bullshit. Like, no, you didn't do that. Like, at least he didn't keep his word on that. Now we're starting to see the Democratic side of him, where he supported Hillary, this and that, and a Democratic Republican. That's somebody who's had half the assets and half the backup of the money, and half the backup on the actual wording and coefficient of his own skeletal system. Because he is a Democrat. Let's think about it. He hires illegals. He has a business. He makes money. He makes profit. He's a lover of capitalism. He's a white boy. He loves guns. What else? He facilitates abortion because from that he wouldn't be able to get paid just like Obama. Or else he would have put an executive order to do this and that, and people are still banking him. Only the people who are a little bit stupid are banking him, because he has them like running hamsters in a wheel, Like he's throwing carrots out there and they're going through a wheel, like. Wow. In essence, on the opposite side, the Republican commentator Ann Coulter is talking about how he turned into Jeb Bush and all this, and he's given amnesty and all that. This lady, I told her, the last video I did, go ahead and look at it. I showed you the characteristics of this venom spitting snake. She just wants drama out of anything. While we observe and show ourselves as human beings, she is being a segregist. One who is not from God, but yet she calls herself Christian. Hold on, I think I heard something. That's somewhere over that door. Okay, so we are seeing on other news, wow, I say he went back on his word. I don't say he caved, but at any moment, the next thing, what is next for this is that he's not going to get the wall. If the government ain't going to stay open unless he gets the wall. So again, there's going to be another shutdown. We don't know how long it is. I can't perceive this, but I'll just say there's gonna be another shutdown soon. So those of you who have Louis Vuitton bags and got the checks and waited for a long time and got it right now, $1,000 plus check, you're gonna think twice about wasting it on things that are unnecessary and trying to stretch that money into building a business or something else, because you already know what's up. You've been through it. You don't want to be on food stamps. You don't want to be the drowned trident. You don't want to be asking for money, asking for rides. You don't want to be on the bus stop. X thing, bullshit. You know the struggle. You're not going to be doing that. And now if you do, that is your individual struggle. And when this thing goes down, don't be expecting misery. Don't be expecting people to accommodate you for your mistake there. Now, we are Americans, we are humans, we make mistakes, but we learn from them. Even at the end of our existence, we will change, even if it means that global warming isn't real, or if it's real. At the end of everything, we will change. I guarantee you that, because our existence depends on it. On other news, we'll go to Roger Stone. Oh man, those of you who are Republicans, just tune out. You guys are not gonna love this shit. Roger Stone, the great Stone, the Rock, which God told Trump, lay my foundation upon this stone, who is Roger Stone, and I will build the Trump legacy presidential nomination. And so he did. Wow, Roger Stone is convicted. No, he's not convicted. He's innocent. But we have evidence that he's guilty, so he's guilty. Okay, that's how it is. That's exactly how criminal justice is, right? You are presumed innocent until proven guilty, but yet you're going to jail because we think you're guilty. So you're going to jail to wait out your time there until you get your first judge. How about that? Another thing to think, another thing to have you thinking about how this was working. And on those days that you're in jail, people are making contracts on how many days you're gonna be in there, how much money they're gonna make off of you. That's capitalism. Oh, you think that? Go ahead and do your research. You got a long way to go. Okay, so let's begin. Roger Stone, the guy, the best friend, the one who said he's not gonna testify against the president or cooperate. That's a big word coming from a man that helped get him elected. Now we see and why Hillary went the way she did. And knowing how evil this woman is, Hillary Clinton, the great Clintonite, the alien, the one that spit out a ball of alien or whatever they said. Her, she will get him where he's at because of what he did to her. Why do I think this? Because she has gotten people who were innocent and trying to attack her family, somebody who was guilty, and attacked and prevailed against them. Now, whether he's all hiding under a rock, over the clouds, in hell or heaven, anywhere where he's at, Hillary will get him out of whatever shadow he's hiding and strangle his shadow. It's going to be like John Wick. And use a pencil. Like that. Kill 3 motherfucking men with 1 pencil. Like John Wick. Now, we won't say because of this, and this Hillary lost, but we are saying one innocent man who is about to witness worse than the punishment of God because of what happened in 2016. Now, the criminal justice is going to say this, and this, and this, and this, cooperating with the Department of Justice, Robert Mueller. We are going to reveal and unseal the facts over what happened and what actually went down when Trump got elected. We are seeing the apocalypse unfold right before your eyes. The apocalypse of the 2016 election. Now, these Democrats are going to be starting to get focused now because of the new of 2020 is coming. So a new election is coming. Yeah, we already made Congress. Now 2020 is coming, and we'll see what's going to happen. Is Trump going to get elected, or are we going to choose somebody else like Bernie Sanders or Kamala Harris or Tulsi Gabbard or everybody's on the table, even if they say they dropped out, because imagine if this one is corrupt, this one's a crook, they say no, and then all the way to the end. You know what I mean? Whoever runs, even The Rock, he's up there. He's even if he tries to run, he's still gonna be like, he still has 50 chance on it, even if he's running against all these people, because this is how bad it's gonna get. Like, they got dirt on people. There's That's how it works. You take out the sharpest claw and you wait on your victim, and then you stab them, and you take it out as fast as you can, and don't let them make a noise, and that's it. Painless possible, and that candidate is out. That candidate can't even run. There's too much dirt on him. He's ineligible to be a public servant with his record being tarnished like that. Now with Trump, we saw something different because of what happened with Clinton and what she did, and what happened with Bernie. And people, in spite of that, to spite her, they voted for Trump. So they can't say Trump won because they Democrats voted for him. No, they voted in spite to preclude and have their revenge on Hillary. I would have done the same thing. But to choose the lesser of two evils doesn't exist to me. Like it's not. I don't support you because you did this. I don't support you because you did that. That doesn't mean I'm gonna vote for one that's better, because they're not better. They don't represent me at all. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Are they law-abiding? Did they follow the rules? No. So I'm not gonna support them. Why the hell should I vote for somebody like that and then lose my dignity over this? You know what I mean? Now, some people have this different idea, and that's okay. Now, Trump has tarnished their lives, like the LGBT and the... Who is the other one? The transsexuals? I forgot their name. Yeah, in the military. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But it is, I see it as something wrong to oppose somebody who wants to serve and make money. That's the one number thing. That's the reason they're serving, because there's money. And wants to fight because it is in our nature to fight, to do something like that. To fight is normal. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. Because since the beginning, we have been fighting ourselves, and it has sharpened, and survival of the fittest has made us who we are. We came out of sperm. The strongest one survived. You who are listening to this video made it. So don't let survival of the fittest work, and you were the one who came out of those million sperms. When you have a fight and you win, natural selection kicks in. Those who are fit win. Those who are unfit, well, you won't see their genes anymore. But in essence of that, fighting is normal. That's why you get tickets. You might get arrested and get out, because we understand, we as humans make fights happen. We are our own promoters. We are also our own business associates when it comes to it. What do you see in high school when there's fights? You just tell somebody and it goes out, and you don't even have to worry about selling tickets, and everybody's there. Or do I lie? Go ahead and ask your son. Ask your son, and then ask your son's son about it, and they will tell you. And they're good with social media. Now that social media is out, now it's a bigger fight. We're talking about people are going to be selling hot dogs and popcorn and stuff like that. You know, those who are hustling. And I've seen people take out a bag of hot Cheetos, put them in a bag of Ziploc, and start selling them for a quarter. You know what I mean? Like the little hustler. Anyways, don't let me. Viewer discretion is advised. But don't let anybody tell you that fighting is not normal, because it is ingrained in our DNA to fight. We have been in wars since forever. When Obama was president, there was only 2 days there was peace in his tenure, in his days of elections. that he was elected as president was only 2 days of peace. That's it. It's just funny that he has a Nobel Peace Prize because I don't even want shit. We all know that. I don't support him. Nothing like that. A bunch of people died. Sorry for that. But we are in a midst of a crossroads where we are, as American people, gonna stand for the right thing or not. Anyways, Venezuela chose a new leader. Forgot his name. Juan Guaido. Guido. I don't know. But wow. Hold on. My laptop is dying. And if I were to screenshot it and put it on social media, people would be like, we didn't look at your video, but your battery is running out. I know. I'm working on it. Anyways, Venezuela has chosen a new leader and people are iffy about it. And they should be. Because America only listens to those who are going to give privileges and follow American policy over the land. And that's it. What did we see with Osama bin Laden? Osama bin Laden was part of the CIA. And he was helping us defeat and unstabilize his country. Why? Okay, well, what's over there in Iraq? Okay, well, there's minerals. There's diamonds. There's opium. There's salt. There's oil. There's more oil, and there's more oil. That's why. It was an American interest to have him work for us, but then until we gave him too many guns, he turned on us, so we had to take him out. Now we are seeing the same thing with ISIS, who was helping us. We mobilized them, and now we are taking them out because they have too many weapons, and now they are taking out American forces against American policy. That is why we are against them. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So, what I think is going to happen is that they're going to mobilize this and that. The same thing that repeat itself. We're going to train people like the Bay of Pigs, try to overthrow the government, whether ex-Venezuelan president, dictator, Maduro likes it or not. Now, whether his army backs him or not, it doesn't matter. American forces will invade, and they will invade, and they will invade. Because that is what Noriega did, thinking he was top notch against the American superpower. And later we found him sitting in a church alone, trying to hide. And we stomped him into the ground. Because we had a great president like Reagan call in the order to get him. Will Maduro do the same thing? We don't know. Will there be peace in this country? We don't know. Will the Venezuelan people have last say? We don't know. Will American policy reign over Venezuela? Yes, it is. Is there a lot of oil over there? Yes. That is the reason we are going to go over there at full force with the Army, with the Navy, with the Marines, with the Air Force, and everybody who stands in the way will be stumped into the ground 6 feet below because of how Uncle Sam takes his priorities and how this country is made often in war. That's why there's people ready to go fight right now. There's people ready to bring arms and bring freedom to that country and establish capitalism, something Cuba doesn't want. But eventually it will get to them. Eventually it will. So we have an intellectual property theft by China. In other news, unsealed documents from the DOJ explain the Department of Homeland Security and Charter Interpol saying intellectual property was stolen by China and their main corporate was Huawei International Corporate, saying they took intellectual property from our phones, took it to China, reinvented it, brought it to the United States as their own made Chinese technology. And an unsealed indictment has been brought out by the Department of Justice to arrest these CEOs for wrongdoings and malpractices in violation of the Uniform Commercial Code. Meaning, the Catholic Church will step in to bring its bounty from them, while China evades its own, because the laws of the Uniform Commercial Code were made by the Catholic Church. UCC Canon 1.001, Statute of Frauds, was made especially by them. Why do you think the canon statute laws from the Catholic Church are in the same coefficient coding name for the actual laws? Look it up. This is business law, contract law, and also property law and intellectual property law. While these sealed indictments, we will bring tariffs and more to China, stiffen them, and make bail on everything that was stolen. In other news, Kamala Harris announces her victorious run for presidency, and maybe Bernie Sanders. Kamala Harris has been a great Democratic candidate. She has helped and been a great woman in our history. I don't know the lady so much as to say she will make it. We don't know. But I do know that in the next few days, we will find out her skeletons in the closet, and we will make an informed decision on this, whether to vote her in or no. Now, we know Trump. Let's find out. In other news, the Supreme Court takes down the decision to overtake DACA. As in, to overtake and actually watch what's going on. People are going to say DACA is not legal, it is not law, it is something that the president did and he can undo anytime. You are wrong. Do not say that again. Whether it is illegal or not, you are not a lawyer or a judge to say something like that. Or do you have a bar license? So get that out of your mouth. Wash it with soap, chlorine, and flamethrower that, burn it off, because that's something you shouldn't say. Now, whether it's in the Constitution, they're asking, it is. DACA is in the Constitution. Look at Article 2. What does it say? The president shall have power to pardon or give the bribes to certain individuals in the country who committed offenses against the United States. What did the DACA children do? Well, they made the offense of being illegals inside the United States. But they didn't actually commit the offense. The parents did. Now, DACA actually is between the name of DACA and you and me. DACA was actually given to the parents, even if it's not directly, because they're the ones who committed the offense. The children were a factor of human trafficking, and that's how itself is going to be intertwined, but people don't know that yet. Now, the DACA beneficiaries are the DACA beneficiaries, but the beneficiaries should be the parents because they're the ones who committed the crime. Now, DAPA was taken down. That was for the parents. But whether it was good or not, it was taken down because the Trump administration took it down before it could go back to the Supreme Court, as a 4-4 decision was imminent because of the first DACA decision. And that, my friends, nobody is going to tell you. They're going to say it's illegal, it got taken down by the court. No, it got blocked. Don't get that twisted. It was blocked because there was a judge from Texas that said, oh, I'm big and bad, and I'm going to say, well, I don't know, but I'm going to put a block on this. So, and he signed it, and he let it. And that's how that went. And the last thing we heard from it was when President Trump took it out, when he got into office, and he said he was taking out the trash. That's the last thing we heard of it. Don't let anybody say that it went down because it was taken down by the courts. No, you're bullshitting. Look at your history. And that person who takes it out, you should offer him some scissors so he can take out his tongue. Because it's not even working for him. He's not using it the right way. Cast it into hell before your whole body and you turn into a liar. I mean, you're the great Republican. You should know your Bible, right? If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. With your tongue, you are free to go right now. And moment of silence for that tongue, whoever cut it. Moment of silence. Anyways. So that's what happened with DACA. The Supreme Court did this decision to not look at it because they have so much on their plate. There's only a certain amount of cases that make it into, out of 15,000, only 25 make it into the Supreme Court. That's how it is. I'm not saying that's the exact way. It's like 325, but they get like 5,000 cases, only that many make it, you know. Whether we, and I'm trying to put some songs so we can keep you guys engaged. La Bella y Sensual. Anyways, more news about the Supreme Court. They upheld the transgender ban, military ban. But there's still hurdles to go around because now that these guys are in the military, we don't know how that slowdown is going to be. It's going to be imminent, slowly, fast, which brings me to the next thing. The military troops that are pulling out of Afghanistan and Iraq are on their way. And the Pentagon has already reached the conclusion of how many troops are going and how fast it will pull out. We don't know the certainty because government is so secretive, but that's how it's gonna go. Maybe Trump thinks their opium is coming from right there because a lot of soldiers are becoming addicted when they come back. You know, who knows? You know, they're trying a little bit of that little flour. The little flour with the little thing on it, and then they cut it up and boil it, and then they make heroin, and then whatever. That thing. Maybe they did that for that. Who knows? Now, I have my other news here. I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about it. Let me see. Okay, so Venezuela Guaido, the new president of Venezuela, aims to control the PDVSA, Citgo, and U.S. imposes sanctions. So, Citgo is one of the major state-run companies from Venezuela, and the opposition, as Maduro calls it, that it belongs to him, is being sanctioned as Venezuela's new president, Juan Guaido, is taking over. Now, I say the sanctions are going to take place because the first Maduro isn't gonna let go of his regime, and you have already seen it for yourselves. He will fight to the end because he's sending cops and everything for these protesters. Uh, which the United States already said if he does anything to the peaceful protesters, there will be repercussions over it. And he should believe that really quick because there's already maybe there's gonna be military intervention, maybe there's gonna be an assassination, or maybe there's going to be some of his cabinet urged him to stop before things get worse and they stomp down his own administration. Who knows? Maybe there will be a war. We are leaning more close towards the war with Venezuela over this leadership. Whether you believe it or not, go ahead and look at it. So we are in the midst of William Barr being Attorney General, and people are iffy about it. I just think if he knows how to do the job, he will. If he's sincere, he will do the right thing. But they do not want him to touch, say anything, preclude himself, get involved, or even make edits to the Mueller investigation. Why? Is because of all these officials that have been corrupt, and Roger Stone and all this, Robert Mueller got himself a big case. So who knows? In other news, Daniel Radcliffe just trashed Tom Brady over his MAGA hat. Wow. Tom Brady, in one of these interviews, he is caught in the locker room, chilling, getting ready for this event. It's one of these games that he had. I forgot who it was. Anyways, he had a MAGA hat inside the locker room, and Daniel Radcliffe caught him and said, I love you. You know how bro love for you. I have a bromance. I'm in love with you. But I saw that MAGA hat, so I'm gonna choose the Rams over this one because I don't believe in that. That's not even my color. That's probably what I bled when Lord Voldemort hit me in the face and all this other stuff. That's why I don't like it. That's in that color, and Ravenclaw would kill me if they saw me in something like that, supporting that, Rowena Ravenclaw will haunt me from ghosts as she is. Who knows? But he is against it because of what happened and what happens when people wear MAGA hats and the actual disclosure of violence and the judgment that comes from it. But in the meanwhile, we do have other news. Oh yeah, okay. We have a cold front coming towards south of the United States, and things are gonna get chilly. So in the North Pole, there's a whirlwind because of the actual blood moon that took place. That's another thing we'll cover. Shifting climaxes of the world have been taken out like a spinning ball, like a bowling ball that's spinning. And there's a spin on the North Pole, and it's pushing air down into the United States. And that cold front, we are starting to see it, and it's making things snow in certain places. Who knows? Maybe in Texas there's gonna be snow. I'm ready to make an igloo, but it's not gonna be as big. I have to collect so much snow though, but I'm ready. But first, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna pump, and then while I'm recovering, then I'm gonna build snow, and then with the cold out, I'll get even bigger and bigger, and I'll probably Hulk smash and shit. Who knows? While we see other things unfold in this country, we must remain vigilant. Of course, there are other news, but we will catch up on that later. Right now, this news is just fast because things we're catching up on. I can't even put the links. I'll try to put the links as I'll be able to see them here. But this is the news for right now. I'm gonna see if I can take my computer to work and then try to do this at work while I'm at lunch, since I don't even need a lunch anyways. I mean, I'm on the keto diet, so I don't have to worry much about food. Most of everything out there has carbs, and what I make in my house, I eat real quick, or I either don't eat at all. There's no time for that. Now, we must remain vigilant at the truth, what is the truth, and why the truth is what it is. Do not believe those people who say, "Oh, I'm right because I'm right," or "This is the truth because this is my opinion." Randall K. Taylor News Network. Don't do that. Now, there are some points that I don't agree, but there are some points that I do agree on. You and me are like that. The only difference between me and you is that I don't scream at my viewers. I don't scream at them like you do. I don't kick them out. I'm uncensored. You censored some of them. We, as a society, must learn to be strong no matter what anybody says. Whether it's something letting go, whether it's something negative, positive. Because positive things can mean things that are hurtful too. Positive things can mean negative things also, if you don't know. When I tell you, "Oh, your dress looks yellow, it looks like the sun, it doesn't belong to you." That's constructive criticism. You should take it as something, okay, well, now I know. Great. But some people will take it to heart and be like, "Oh my God, are my eyes okay? Like, how come I didn't see that?" And then they'll start having a mental breakdown and change their hair, and then they'll think that their eyes are lessening. You know, it's nothing like that. Just take a deep breath, do some yoga, have your Zen, Namaste, and be healthy. Now, whether we as a human take constructive citizens or not, we see either a good slope or a bad slope. We must work on those feelings and exceed expectations and be good human beings. Be good to others. Overwhelm others who are negative with positive things so they themselves can be positive and attract more positive things to their lives, and we as a world can be happy and change together. Now, I'm thinking about getting another mic. I'm thinking about having a guest here and me, or do some rap battles or something. I don't know. It'll happen. I just gotta, I gotta read more books. I have to do more research, but let's see what happens. You guys got any more suggestions? Put them down in the comments. What do you guys think? Did Trump cave? Did Harry Potter do the right thing? I don't know. Is Edward Snowden gonna get a pardon? Is Roger Stone gonna get the pardon? Or is Mueller gonna get locked up for being a criminal, or Russia investigation? What do you guys think? Put anything and everything you guys think into the comments. I will try to make my next video over that. Positive, negative, you will be uncensored. Please do not cuss. Please don't attack other viewers, because that's not right. And you guys have a great day, great night. Those of you who are waking up, good morning. On the other side of the world, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, like and subscribe. Jose out.